Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. Today I did this look using the Kara Beauty Let There Be Light palette. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So today we're going to be playing with the Let There Be Magic palette by Kara Beauty. This was in my Kara Beauty unboxing video, so if you guys haven't seen it, then go ahead and check it out. But this is how the palette looks. I'm thinking to do kind of like a mustardy yellow sort of look, maybe with some glitter. I'm honestly not too sure yet though. So taking that same Morphe brush that you guys have seen me use if you watch my other videos, I'm gonna pack on a yellow above my crease. Then with this more sort of tapered blending brush, I'm going to grab a more mustard yellow and start packing that on above as well. So then with this more angled blending brush, I'm going to take a light brown and that mustard and start packing it right there on my outer V. And then I'm going to get another blending brush and just start blending that out. So I'm just doing that over and over until it gets the pigmentation that I want. So I'm packing it on and then blending it out. I like to build the color up instead of going all in right away. So now I'm going to use that same brush and take that mustard yellow and put it in between the brown and the yellow right here in my crease. And I'm going to keep blending it. I want to stick to using affordable eyeshadows. So I'm going to take this mini NYX palette. This is the Ultimate Edit one. And this is how it looks. It's basically just like a mini rainbow palette. So I'm going to take this yellow right here. It doesn't have a shade, but it is the yellow in the palette, obviously. And then I'm going to take this small Kara Beauty blending brush. And I'm just going to put that above everything because I do want it to be a bit more yellow. So I'm going to take the yellow from the Kara Beauty palette again and just blend all of that. So then I'm going to be cutting my crease now with the Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Concealer. This one is in the shade 20. In my Jaclyn Hill palette, I did show you guys more how I cut my crease. So if you guys want to see how I do it, just watch that video. So now that the crease is cut, you don't want this harsh line right here. So I'm going to take the mustard and the brown that I use and start packing it on the edge of that, just to help blend it together. You see how it has that nice blend now? And I'm going to take that blending brush again and just blend it all. Now this part is optional, but I'm going to take this Urban Decay glitter. This one is in the shade Midnight Cowboy. It's just a gold glitter eyeliner. And I'm going to line where the crease is at. And then while that's still wet, I'm going to take this NYX glitter. This is just a loose glitter. This one is a gold one in the shade 05. And to fill in whatever the eyeliner didn't get, I'm going to pack it on top of that. Just because since it's still wet, it'll stick. But you do need a glitter glue for these if you're using them regular. So now that it's like this, I'm going to do the same to the other eye. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the face. So I'm going to use the NYX Honeydew Primer for my cheeks and my chin. I know I've used this in literally all my videos, but I actually do have another dewy primer coming in the mail, so hopefully it gets here soon. As I mentioned, I think it was in my first video, I don't really like using a bunch of different primers and changing them up because I have sensitive skin. So I feel like the more often I change the products I use, the more easily I break out. And then in my T-zone, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. Mine is in the shade Fair. And then to blend that out, I'm going to use my Equal Tools Beauty Sponge. This foundation I was obsessed with during the summer. I usually don't wear makeup when I go out in the summer because when I sweat I tend to break out if I have foundation on. But this foundation never made me break out because of the heat or anything. And then to set, I am going to be using again the ColourPop banana powder. I do have more powders coming in the mail, but until they get here I have to use the ones I already have. And I always tap it in first with a beauty sponge and then dust it off. A lot of it really doesn't stay on my face because of how I dust it off. And I apologize for my hair today. I honestly didn't feel like doing it. I just don't see the point in putting heat in it if I'm not actually going out. You know, since we're still in quarantine. So Illinois was actually supposed to reopen on May 29th, but there's so much going on right now. If you live under a rock and you don't know what I'm talking about, then you know you can do your own research because I really don't want to talk about that on my channel. So to contour today, I'm going to be using a BH powder. It's in a palette. I just dropped it. It's just a light brown. And then these BH ones are actually super pigmented, so I always place it first and then blend it. And I'm not going to do any further bronzing than that. I'm actually going to use a different one for my forehead because this one is too dark. It's not that it's too dark, but it's very pigmented. And I don't want to risk applying too much and then it looks too dark. To bronze the rest of my face, I'm going to be using this Hoola bronzer. In my last video, I accidentally said I was going to use the Hoola bronzer because I was looking at it and I was thinking about using it. But then I ended up using the Physicians Formula one and I said Hoola bronzer anyway instead by accident. And then I'm going to take this flat contour brush and just bronze up my nose a bit. For blush, I'm going to be taking this one. This one is in the shade Blushing Rose from Physicians Formula. That's actually one of the very first blushes I ever tried because my mom has been using it for years. So when I was younger and I wanted to wear like a little bit of blush, she would let me put some of that one on. This I feel like is just such a natural cute blush. And then as always, I'm going to take a bit of setting powder. This one is from the BH palette. I'm going to use this kind of banana one right now. I always just like taking another powder and setting in between my forehead and underneath my eyes. Just because I get really oily under. Whatever's left on the brush, I usually just take it right here on the sides of my nose and kind of set this whole under eye area. I'm going to take this ColourPop light stick. This one is in the shade Flycatcher, and it actually came in a set with a blush. So I'm first going to do my Cupid's bow just with my finger. With my brush, I'm just going to take that and highlight my brow bone, the tip of my nose. And And then with my finger, I always take it on my index finger and just rub it on, and I pat it into my skin. Just like that. Take the e.l.f. Total Complexion sponge and just blend that in a bit. For mascara, I'm going to take the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, which I've used in my last video, and I think the one before that. I do have like other mascaras, but I'm just obsessed with this one right now specifically. And then for lips, I'm going to keep it very simple and use this Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the shade Fenty Glow. This was, I think, the very first one that she ever came out with. And then this isn't really a setting spray, but I like to use it anyway to melt all my makeup together. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray. This one is one with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. So I'm going to spray my face. And then, as always with my beauty sponge, I just go in and tap in anywhere where there's like extra spritz. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked this look, and make sure you guys follow my Instagram to see the looks that I've done prior to making my channel.